Hello my friends, welcome back to Cooking with Gloria. Today I want to share with you a very delicious wheat loaf of bread that you can make at home. Enjoy it with your family like I enjoy it here with my family. But first things first, my apron is on, my hands are clean, and I am ready to show you my ingredients. My ingredients: salt, sugar, yeast, butter, egg, milk, warm milk, and wheat flour. This is everything we need to make this delicious wheat loaf bread. So let's get started. I am going to start first with my milk, preparing my yeast. I have my sugar here, my granulated sugar. My milk, it's a little bit warm, and I'm adding the yeast. I'm going to go ahead and just mix it completely, and I am going to let it rest so it starts bubbling before I use it. So let's put it aside. I have a bowl here, and as always, I like to sift my flour. So I'm going to go ahead and add all the flour in here, and I'm going to sift it away. It really doesn't take too long to do this procedure. Now when I've sifted everything completely, okay, this is done. I'm going to go ahead and add the pinch of salt. We don't need to add too much salt. Just a pinch of salt will do great. I have my egg here, and my egg is at room temperature. That means that I took it out of the refrigerator 2 hours before using it. And I'm going to use my stand mixer with the hook. I'm going to add all my flour here. I'm going to put it aside, and I'm going to start preparing my baking dish with a little bit of butter. Just half of a tablespoon of butter. I'm going to make sure that I cover the pan from all the sides, especially from the bottom, because I want the bread to release completely from the baking dish. I'm going to incorporate all the ingredients. I'm going to start with my egg, then my butter. Once this is incorporated, I'm going to add the milk mixture. I'm going to go ahead and let it mix and let it work its trick for at least 10 minutes until I see the dough already in a little ball. This is exactly how it needs to look. It's a little bit sticky, but it's not too much where it sticks too much to your palms. Look at this dough. It's nice and firm. It's a little sticky, but yet it's not too sticky where it sticks to the palms of your hand. My work table is completely clean, and I'm adding just a little bit of the flour so that I could start kneading the dough. I'm going to knead it for at least 10 minutes. Once this is done, I'm going to let it rest for just 5 minutes. You don't need to let it rest for too long. Now it's been resting for 5 minutes. Now I'm ready to cut it in 4 pieces. It doesn't have to be exact, the sizes exact, but just cut it in 4 pieces, and let's start making our dough. Look at this. This is very manageable dough. You could use your rolling pin, but to tell you the truth, you don't need the rolling pin. With the tips of your fingers, you could distribute it just like this and then roll it. Roll it up. Once you have rolled it up completely, pinch those little sides, making sure they're nice and pinched. That side is going to be on the bottom of the baking dish. Look at this. I'm going to get one more piece, and I'm going to do the same thing. Like I said, you don't need a rolling pin. You could do it with your hands. Now that this is done, we're going to go ahead and roll it like that and pinch the little sides, that little opening, just like that. Remember, that side is going to go on the bottom of the baking dish, so we're not going to see that side. Okay, I'm going to continue with the rest. Okay, my baking dish is ready with all that butter on the bottom, and I'm going to start putting the little pieces inside. If you want to skip this part, that's fine. You could just roll all your dough and put everything in one piece. Look at this. Now that the dough is out inside, I'm going to go ahead and let it rest for 1 hour. It's going to double in size. But you know something? This wheat bread really comes out so delicious, so soft from the inside. Well, now I'm ready to just cover it with a little piece of plastic, and then I'll see you back in an hour when this has doubled its size. Okay, 1 hour has passed, and look at this. You could even see the difference. It has filled completely the baking dish, and I have preheated my oven to 350. It's gonna go in the oven for 30 minutes. But you know something? We're gonna add a little foil right on the top so the top doesn't burn, because it's gonna be in there for 30 minutes. 10 minutes before 30 minutes, I'm gonna take the foil off, and then look at this. The bread is completely done. Let me show it. Look at this. This looks amazing. It smells delicious. I'm going to let it rest for just 5 minutes before I take the bread out of the baking dish. Okay, let's see how this comes out. It looks amazing. I'm going to add just a little bit of the butter on the top to give it that beautiful gloss. And I want to show you how soft it is from the inside. It's still warm. But look at this. If I could do this bread, of course, you could do it at home. Instead of going to the supermarket, why not make your own bread at home? Of course, and I'm going to add to my piece some honey. And I'm going to be very generous. And now I am ready for the presentation. I can't wait to taste it. I'll see you in a bit. My friends, I am completely done with this delicious loaf bread. Of course, that I added to my piece some honey right on the top. This bread is perfect for sandwiches or for something sweet, just like I did with a delicious coffee or a delicious atole. But I'm going to enjoy my piece with honey. I wish you were here to taste it with me. Excuse me. It's really soft and tender from the inside. Amazing. I hope, my friends, you can make it at home. Enjoy it with your family like I enjoy it with my family. If you liked and loved my recipe, I invite you to subscribe, leave me a thumbs up, share my video on social media with your friends, with your relatives, so Cooking with Gloria keeps growing. Don't forget to push that notification bell. And if you did, leave it activated. So every time I make a delicious recipe, yes, you are going to be notified. Before I say I see you soon, I wish you nothing but the best. Peace and love. And of course, I will stay enjoying this delicious wheat bread. Like, subscribe, and share. See you on my next delicious recipe. Bye-bye.